yes. We are here. Next we're gonna have it popping. But we are live with Pillow Talk with the lovely crew and everybody else. Yes. I love it. I love it. So what we got going on, babe?
We're gonna talk about tonight. We're gonna talk about healing. We're gonna talk about dating at 50 and over. We're gonna talk about life. We're gonna talk about life in all areas of life. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be a great show tonight.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
no
It's gonna be a
introduction.
great show. Yes.
Yes, it is.
So what we will do right now, we want to introduce the lovely panel, and I'll let you. You know what I'm saying? First,
Well, of course, me and my husband, Atiko and Andrew Jordan, Dream
Dreamteam,
Team.
Georgia 23. And then to the left of you would normally be our girl Angie Speak the True Front, but unfortunately, she's caught up in some things that's really important, so we'll get around to that. And next to her, I'll let you speak again.
Gina.
Gina Sweet.
Next to me.
And then you can like do the mic thing. And next to her is,
Shawnetta.
and next to Shawnette is my man Roberto.
Yes, Roberto Emery.
And then our special guest who we have next to him is
Nikki.
Nikki Femi Porter. Yes. Lakita Cole.
Hello.
Yes. And we are here in the building.
We're here, man, the building.
Yes.
Come in, everyone. Tonight is episode 21. Episode 21. I think we further than that, but episode 21. We're going to say episode 21.
Because these are real ones. These are ones that's on YouTube.
It's real, too.
It was real, but glitchy and looking crazy. This is like on a more professional level. So we're gonna call this episode the reboot and episode 2. So that's what we're gonna get with. I hope everybody can hear. Can they hear out there in the audience?
Let us know if y'all can hear us. Please let us know if y'all can hear us.
Just
Let us know. Let us know.
Okay, so first we're going to start off about healing. Healing. What is healing to you? A lot of people say they're healed. I used to always say, I'm healed, but didn't really know what that means until you really start feeling you healed. You know, the tongue, we can say anything off our tongue, but you have to actually feel it. You know, we always, can be around certain people or whatever, and just be like, oh, I'm healed, self-love, but are you truly healed? I had to go through a healing process. I went through a lot, and once I felt my healing, I learned that you can't heal from, another person can't heal you. Another person can't come into your life to heal you. You have to be healed on your own. You have to go through some things. You got to go through some hurt. You got to go through some pain. You have to go through a lot. You have to go through some lonely time. You got to go through some praying, some deep soul searching. You have to go through a lot to finally feel the healing, to feel the healing. So I had went through a time in my life where I went through that, and once I felt it, it's an undescribable feeling that you get when you know that you healed. And once you heal and you can start being true to yourself too, I had to learn that too. Like, I had to start being true to myself, and that's when I knew I was healed, when I didn't care what nobody thought of me. I was able to say what I wanted to say, and I always was a person, like, I'm a talkative person, but it was still some things that I was shy away from, that I dare would want nobody to know about me. But once I healed, it was like an open book. It's an open book. I get it all too often where a lot of people say, she TMI, she talk too much, she tell too much of her business. But my personal life is a story. God put us in this world to tell a story. And I feel like I have a story to tell. We all go through the same walks of life. So once I felt that healing, I was powerful. So healing to me, you got to feel it, your energy. You have to truly, your energy have to feel it. We can walk around and we can take our muscles to smile, but deep down you got to smile from the inside, and that's what I had to learn, because I'm a smiley person. I used to have a nickname called Smiley, but sometimes I was smiling and I was hurting like crazy.
Right.
But now I'm smiling, and I didn't went through a divorce before, and I done remarried again. But I don't. I know my husband bring a lot of happiness to me, but I brought. I got happy on my own. I became happy on my own. I didn't run until his arms. I was already happy,
Mm.
and he just bring more happiness to me. But I was already happy.
He add to your happiness.
Yes.
What's up?
So what is healing to you?
So heal, so healing for me definitely starts spiritually. Um, all of my healing has been centered in my spirituality. Um, it just gives me everything that I know that I'm grounded with, because um, it's an up and down thing. Of course, if we're talking about healness from sickness or disease, then that can be in a different category. But even in those times, it's only because I can cling on to the goodness of the Lord and know that He can heal me, He can heal my family, He can, through those things. So it's it's spiritual for me.
Right, absolutely. So when you just said like the healing as far as spiritual as you saying in sickness, I think too healing helps with sickness because when you're stressed out, it brings a lot of stuff that lay dormant in you anyway. Sometimes
Yes.
people don't realize like stress can kill you. Stress can bring out a lot of unwanted things that you want to come out of you. So
Yes.
that's why when healing and healing your spirit and you healing you, it helps with even if you a person who had a disease or whatever. When you're healed and your spirit feel it, it rids out of it.
Yes.
It rids out of it. So even a
Yes.
person can be diagnosed with something, and once if you going through something, you stress, it's just gonna eat at it. It's gonna eat that way.
Yes.
But once you heal in your spirit feeling, it slows the progress.
Yes, it does.
It slows the progress. So we humans don't realize we are actually energy.
Yes.
We are really energy. I know my daughter is big on energy and stuff, and she teach me a lot of things too. And I had said, Mom, I always talk about like going and want to go walk on the beach and on some sand. She say, No, Mom, you need to go walk on some grass. You need to go put your feet. You need to walk on some grass. You need to walk on nature. You need to get that energy into your spirit, into your body.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that's healing takes a lot, like nature, everything. Like
Yes.
we healers.
Absolutely.
Roberto, what is healing to you?
Healing to me is when, like kind of what you said earlier, I stopped worrying about what other people thought, and I realized I had to stop dimming my own light for others to accept me.
Right.
You
Say
know,
Yeah.
so I had to realize sometimes you got to let people go. That you feel like you got to dim your light for them to accept you,
Yeah.
or for them to accept what you have to offer. If it's more, sometimes they can't accept it because it's more than where they at. So
Right.
you may not want to, but you have to let them go in order for you to accept your own self and be your own authentic self. So that's when it started for me. That's all. So,
Nikki, what is healing to you?
So for me, healing was more like accountability, um, change, and becoming silent. Um, Accountability was taking responsibility for um, my actions and the reasons I was even broken. Um, so taking accountability for the things that I've done to contribute to the pain in my life. So taking accountability for that, changing the things that I thought was good that really wasn't good. Not being selfish. And silence is just not explaining myself. I was explaining everything to everybody. I thought I had to defend myself and protect myself and who I am when like I'm still her. I know who I am and I know my worth. Just change. Like I changed like so much about me. Like healing make you go to a sacred place and you become one and whole. And I just really became a loner. So and I really got to know myself. So that's what healing is to me. Healing is when you get to the point you aren't even talking about it no more.
That's good. That's big. That's good.
I think my healing was a little different. My healing came from talking about it and not hiding behind it. For so long, I wore a mask, you know, where people didn't expect or did not see the things that I was going through. I think one, they were, and I was too, hiding behind my title of what I did and not who I was. And so my healing came from actually being able to speak about it and being able to speak out on it and not hide behind it and not hide behind I guess the facade in a sense. But and not only that, it's also realizing that I played a part in what was going on. And I, you healed when you can speak about it and not hide behind it. And I felt like I was healed when I was able to talk about it, but also not be because I hid. I really hid. I actually was like a turtle. I'd say because I went inside my shell. So I lied dormant in a sense for almost 2 years where I wouldn't come out. I was ashamed to come out, ashamed about what had happened and why it happened. And then I decided that it was really time. I went through counseling. I think that's something that we should not be afraid to talk about, particularly is shown in the Black community about going to talk to a counselor. For me, talking to a counselor and really realizing that it was not all my fault because I was taking all the blame, but it was not all my fault and that I needed to talk about it and speak about it. And then me speaking about it and talking about it was not only healing me, but also allowed other people to see that they were not alone and that someone in my role that I played also had been involved in the things that was going on. So that really helped me. For me, is to talk about it and not hide behind it.
Yeah.
So and just come out.
And my I would say I'm always doing so much stuff healing, right? What is healing to me? So I think healing to me is a lot of what you guys said, and also like just like you really do have to take time, like a lot of time, to get to know yourself. See what you really, really like in life. See what you like about yourself. Because we on a fast road to nowhere when we just, getting started. And we just like attracted so many spirits and energies and just accepting everything. And then when you get hurt, you looking like, damn, like, damn, you don't know what to do. You think it's all your fault. Like you said, you think it's all your fault when really everybody that's a part of it is accountable, but you do have to accept your part of it. Mm-hmm. And I think like as far as when it comes to healing for real, I think my main thing is like, man, really, really like get to know yourself. When you heal, you got to connect solely for real with God. Like or whoever Buddha or Allah, whatever, you have to connect with them and really, really ask God for guidance to lead you to a point in your life where you're comfortable with coming out of your shell, speaking publicly or speaking to others about anything that may be going on, because like for real, everybody messes up. I mean, you might be stealing money, you might be a person stealing money, you might be a person that has sex with a lot of people, you might be a person that lie a lot, you might be a person that fight, but everybody has something going on with them. And when you connect with God, He will definitely show you the way, and you really, really have to be in tune and connect with God. I love you, God. No, you really, really have to spiritually connect and be in tune with God.
Right.
And once you when you really, really find yourself, you start seeing like other people, and you be like, oh, you can see it. Not with your eyes, but you can see it with your spirit. Like I can tell that Gina is really, really like laid back and she don't start trouble. She just calm and she wants to really, really talk it out. And I ain't gonna go too deep, but when it comes to relationships, one thing you have to learn with you and the other person, communication is very important.
Very important. Yeah.
Very important.
Very.
So that's like a bit of the healing that goes on with me, what I think about healing.
Man, big up.
Oh, I was gonna go to the next topic.
I was gonna pick that up. She said.
I wanna go hit on touch on as far as like a lot of people as far as like how do a person feel like life after divorce, life after a long term relationship? Like what do things that you do to move forward, to move on? Like, everybody, I was married once before and I went through a divorce. And for me to move forward, to move on, I went to a stage where I had to learn me. And after you go through those stages, when you don't get to learn you, sometimes people tend to like jump right into another relationship real quick instead of finding who they are. Because when you in a long term, whether it's a marriage or a relationship, you forget who you are because you're too busy trying to please the other person and make sure they okay and things they like and stuff like that. You got to do a lot of, like you said, a compromising. You have to do a lot of that. So after a long time, if you don't, for me to move forward, I had to, I start wanting to date, but then I'm like, no, let me stop and let me find out who I am. Because after so long, you lose yourself. You don't know who you are. And I didn't know who I was. And then when I found out who I was open. I was open to, to date. And with me and him, like, we got married real quick after we started dating. But everybody would say stuff like, oh, they got married too soon. They just started, and this and that. But it's no time on no.
It's no time on
love.
It's no time on love.
Once it click.
It click. Right. It is. There's no time on it. Yeah.
Two people on the same page.
Right.
They communicate and they fall in love.
Right.
The energy is good.
Right. It's no time.
Go for it.
Yes. Why wouldn't you wait? Right.
So.
Right.
So I just that was what I had to do to move forward. I needed a lot of long time. Lots and lots of a long time. Like it was, nice looking brothers, whatever. Then I had to pull back. Like, no, I don't want to talk to nobody. I like me. I'm about to love me. So that I had to love me, and God told me. And I said this last time too, and I think I done said it twice, before though. We all don't. Well, I was never taught to love me, to love on me. I think everybody, we all is taught to love somebody else, to love our children, love our mother, love our father, love other people, when we in a relationship. That's what we were taught, and not even taught, it's just a norm to do, but was we even taught to love ourselves? I don't think that was taught with me. I never knew that I was supposed to have loved myself, like love me, do things for myself, see what I like, like make sure I'm happy, I was never taught that, but once I learned that, and it was like God spoke to me and said, love on you. And I think that's when God come through, once he know that he put us in this world, we a gift,
Right.
in this world. So I
Right.
think when God
Good
put us
blessing.
in this world,
Good
now
blessing.
I get it. I got it so late in age now at 50, like I got it, It's like, he want us to love ourselves. Like, how can we love somebody else and we don't love ourselves?
Right.
It's even possible.
How?
Like, I just got it though. Like, how? And now I get it. Like, I love me so much where I'm open to receive love the right way and to give love the right way.
Right.
And I just got it at 50. But
Man.
I think that's what I think a lot of people need to learn. You have to love yourself.
Right.
Don't just, everybody like, let's self-love, self-care, self, and be eaten away. Because I was one of them. Like, I was going, self-love, I love me. I'm selfie out. me. Like, I didn't even know me. Like, I wasn't doing, like, I was happy doing it. And, my energy always like that. But deep down, really, I wasn't loving myself. Because I wouldn't even stay in a marriage that long if I truly do love myself. That first marriage, I would never stay that long if I truly love myself.
Yeah, it's like she said, it comes to a point where you gotta recognize who you are. Like I said, I do therapy now for myself. I got divorced, been through, and I was one of them. Oh, black people don't do therapy type stuff. But then after I went through my divorce, didn't nobody tell me. I was like, I need it. I had to. My mind was messed up a little bit, and I had to say, I need it. So I signed up, for myself. My sister had actually told me that her and her boyfriend was doing a couples therapy. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I need it for myself. So I signed up. I go every Tuesday. And the first time I went, oh my God, it was nerve-wracking. It was hard. It was hard, but every time I go, I get a little, something drop off a little lighter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell everybody about it. I know I got a couple of people, they go with their mates or they go by themselves because I told them where I go and how I go, and they go now. So, and I share, like, I'm open now to where I share where I go through. Not everything personally, but I share me going to therapy on Facebook and how it's helping me and everything, because it is.
Right.
And it had me realizing, like, okay, look, you can no longer, like I said, dim your light. You got to take responsibility in everything, too. You got to see your part you played in it. It ain't always on them. So I had to see, look at my own self in the mirror like, hey, you ain't perfect. I might act like, hey, I'm that dude. I'm perfect. But I had to realize, look at myself like, hey, be real. You ain't perfect. Like, you played a part, and the therapy helped me, and counseling helped me realize, like, hey, but you can't no longer dim your light neither for people. But yeah, so it helps.
Well, the only thing that I wanted to say, I think I'm the only one here. I've never been married, and as far as long term, I think what went on with me was years ago. I remember my dad. This when my kids was in school and they were growing up, and I was going through it in a relationship. And one thing my dad told me was, you need to learn how to take time out for you and your kids. So once I instilled that in me, it was me and my kids. And I think, and that is how that I found myself, like, for the most part. And like, even now, what I can say is, a lesson I have learned is not to waste time on a person who does not value you and know your worth. So that is my issue, and I have a short span. I don't give it. It ain't no 2-3 chances with me, because I've been through the meal and I can see far away. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't allow nobody to take me through that. That's probably why I'm single, and I don't mind that, because I don't have a problem with that, because, like you, I became a loner. And yes, I have a couple of best friends that I've been friends with for over 20 years. You know what I mean? I don't add a lot of people into my circle, so my circle is real small. So most of the time when somebody see me, they might see me by myself. I know people, I see you there, meet you there, whether it's skating, or whether I'm attending an event, or whether I'm going out, or you might see me with my daughter, or something like that. So for me, that's just my thing. I just think that one lesson I learned is just not to waste years and years of time on somebody who does not value you. So yeah.
Well, I've never been married. But yeah, but I will say, you said something that actually kind of woke me up to, and it was something my dad had said to me, when I was in my mode, when I was depressed and being single. He said to me, Lakita, are you living or are you surviving or are you living? He asked me, was I surviving and I living or am I living? And I heard him, but I didn't hear him at that moment. And my dad always says, he give me advice, but you will never listen. But he doesn't realize, I hear you. I have to go home and process it. And when I got home, because I was so busy trying to be strong, that I just bust out in tears. And because at that moment I realized that I was only surviving. And I was not living. And so that woke me up, and then I had to realize that, here I was dating here and there, but I was dating people that were not valuing me. Or the things that I enjoy or I like, and here I was bending for them, but they were not, I'm doing back nose, backhands, honey. I did that. Yeah, I did that when I was cheerleading in high school. I am no longer in high school. So I decided that I was not going to continue doing backflips for somebody who wouldn't even bend over for me. To even do the little cartwheel for me. So I decided at that point that was not what I was going to do anymore. And I saw a red flag and I would be out. They'd be like, you ain't giving no chance, no deuces. I see a red flag, you can give me one and that's it. I'm not doing it no more. You don't get no 1, 2, 3. Yes, I played softball. It used to be 3 strikes you out. No, I'm not doing it no more. Did that, done that. And I'm not giving any more of that energy because I had to realize that for one, as a 50-year-old with now a 7-year-old, I'm sorry, he just turned 7 yesterday. With a 7-year-old, I had to also set the example for him and what I was going to allow and not allow in my life and how I was going to allow someone to treat me. And that's when I had to realize that it's okay. I'll be single for the rest of my life if I have to. Don't want to, but if I have to, if that person's not going to value me. And it was also hard to find someone, evenly yoked. And that's the difficult thing. I was having a conversation this morning with some people, and they were talking about, how a men can date down, but a women always date up. Well, that was not my case for me because I did want to date someone who was on my level, but the problem was the men were so busy dating down that they didn't want to date me, and I was on their level. So I was not finding someone let's say on a corporate level because they were too busy trying to date someone down who they can control with their money and their title. Where because I had my own money and my own title, they realized they couldn't control me. But it wasn't until I became 50 that if you can't accept me for who I am, I'm not going to dim my light like you said, then I'm going to keep it moving. Yeah, you're not going to dim my light, and I'm going to find whoever it's meant to be. And I truly believe, you are where you are supposed to be at. God put you, know that I want to go through the situation that I went through, but I truly believe I was destined to go through those things in order to be who I am today and to understand what I'm supposed to accept and not accept and allow in my life, and that didn't happen overnight, but now I get it. No, we can be friends, but no, we can never be like we were before because I'm not going to dim my light. I'm not going to go down. I'm not going to do those things anymore. It was fun while it would last, but if you can't accept me or who I am and the things that I like, and I keep back knowing for you, I'm not going to keep back knowing for you, and you don't even know what I like. You can't even go order me a drink. You don't even realize that I drink Diet Pepsi and not Diet Coke, but I can tell you how you want your drink, how you want your food. I can go to a restaurant and order you a sandwich without even asking you if you want this, you want that, you want that. I don't have to ask because I know how you want your food, everything, but you don't even know how I want that I don't drink Diet Coke and I drink Diet Pepsi. That tells me that I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy for you to you. You don't value me, and I'm not worthy enough for you. So because of that, I'm deuces. I'm gonna have to find somebody who's gonna understand what I like and don't like. And you go to the store without calling me and asking, what is it that you like again? They know. They know what I like. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody who knows what I like, I know what they like and how they like their food, how they like the simple things.
Yes.
They can go to the store and buy me an outfit.
Yeah.
Shop for me.
Yeah.
Like your husband do without you having, and you can put it on and still look good.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Watch out now.
Exactly.
That's what real men do.
But they can't even order me a drink. Come on now, you can't even give me a Pepsi. Yes.
Right.
So I was gonna piggyback off of something you said. The part when you said somebody knowing you. So that's what I'm used to with a man. It's like they knowing you. So my problem right now is I'm comparing.
Men.
I'm comparing big time.
Okay.
I'm comparing.
Okay.
Regardless of, because a lot of everybody gossiping, regardless of the rumors or gossiping about anything anyone's ever said about me, I actually just now started dating. Dating hard.
Say that.
I just started dating these past 6 months.
Yeah.
Regardless of all the mess, because we live in a city full of mess.
Yeah.
I just started dating. So that's one thing that I realized that you can't compare guys, like you can't, or women, you can't compare this person to that person. Realizing what I want and accepting people for who they are. Like, well, I may not like this, but they're good in this area. So that's what I'm learning to do, because I've never, ever, ever been single. Like, I was with my one relationship. After that relationship, I went to another relationship. And after that relationship, I got married. So I've been in relationships since I was like 16, 17 years old. So here I am in my 50s and I'm single and I don't know how to date. So that's what I'm learning, like learning how to date.
You learning yourself.
I'm learning how to date, and I'm learning like, okay, I don't want to downrate myself. That's hard. So that's when the comparing part come in. Like,
You mean date down or down yourself?
date down.
Right.
Okay.
I want to date even better than what I was, who I dated in the past, or who I even was married to. I want to go higher than that.
So you know
really
your
ain't
value.
too much no man could do for me, because I done already had it all done. My ex-husband laid the red carpet out. So that's where the comparing part is coming from.
Okay. Compare. Okay.
So I'm comparing, like, okay, well, when this was going on, this person did this. I'm like, well, why aren't you doing that? Like, we gotta stop comparing. You know, so that's my problem in learning how to date. I actually have a couple of guys I'm friends with.
Thank you so much.
And I'm asking them, like, how do you date? Because it seems like guys want you to chase them.
Oh my God.
But I thought women want you to chase them.
Right.
I would, well, the one
Should be that
you
way.
want to be, you
I
like the one chasing.
I'm like, when she ain't telling no lie.
They want you to chase
The
them down.
men want you to chase them, and I will not ever in life. Never.
And who taught you that? Who
I
taught you
was- I
that?
was asked a question. I've never asked a man out on a date. I don't have that in me to ask a man out on the date, because I wasn't taught that.
Right.
So I don't know how to do that. And I just want, my grandmother always told me that the cat don't chase the dog. I live by that. She
Cat
told
don't
me
chase the dog.
So I can't, I don't know how to ask a man out on the date, because that's not instilled in me to do that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I won't, and I don't. And it is what it is. But please believe me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I think we are in dire need for some of that old schoolness.
Like, okay, let me,
We need some of that old schoolness.
let me say.
One of the reasons why it's like I wouldn't mind having somebody, but I'm not about to chase. No, I'm not doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But a lot of men nowadays, even with social media, it seems like to me that the man get upset if you not chasing him. This is what they say. They said it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it is, but I'm sorry. I was just raised different.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do that.
Another thing that
I don't know how
I'm
to
not
do
chasing them. Another thing that I'm not gonna do is I'm not trying to out twerk nobody. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is not what I feel is showing you the best me. Like
who
if
doesn't?
you right, you see what I'm saying? Like it's a whole lot of
It's a-
stuff
oh
going
my
on
God.
that just make me stay at home and chill. You know, because I've come too far in my life. I will be 52 years old this year. And
Right,
so
right, right.
I've come too far in my life to where I'm going to try to keep up with what you might be looking at on social media, or you know what you might feel is trendy, you know. And so if that is the standard, then I'm cool with the fact that I'm divorced and I'm chilling at home, because like you said, there is no second and third chance. As soon as you show me that it don't even have to be something you show me. It can just be an energy that I feel. You know, I can just immediately be like, that's not for me. That's not for me. So after so many times I see myself, that's where I see myself at. I'm not even trying to put myself out there. So I don't really know what I'm counting on for me to go ahead and really find somebody and connect, because I just ain't trying to put myself out here into none of these shenanigans. I ain't trying to have 1 million to 2 followers because I'm taking selfies and showing my, like, I'm just not trying to keep up with nothing that's going on. And so, you know, it's gonna happen for me when it happened for me.
So a guy that I've been dating recently, he it's something that he always says, because that it really stuck to me. Like, it's X in front of your ex name for a reason. Like there are X's in front of, how he say X is in front of your ex name for a reason. Like, there are X for a reason.
Okay.
Like, so it shouldn't be talked about. And that's one of the reasons why I had to stop comparing, because like they're X for a reason. Like, they're out of your life. So that's one thing that I'm learning is, with me learning to not compare, is to stop talking about the past. So that's what I'm working on. It's like, okay, stop talking about the past, or stop talking about what this person did in that relationship, or what that person did in this relationship, and focus on what's in front of you. So that's what I'm learning to do.
Yeah, because in every relationship, you know, no matter how it may have failed, you know, it's something in that for you to learn from. So you take from it what you've learned, but you don't allow nothing from that past relationship to become a boot, you know, an ankle weight, where it prevents you from being able to move forward. You know, you don't never want the past. Like, if you gonna compare anything, you know, look at it where you ain't gonna make the same mistakes in the next one. But as far as just overly comparing, like that's not healthy for you, and it's a trick of the enemy to keep you from being able to fully move forward. So it's good that you acknowledging it, because it's a good chance that you're going to be able to let that go and walk out of that. Like, don't let the past keep holding you back, you know. Only red flags. If you see red flags reminding you of something in the past, then say, wait, hold on, that's a red flag from the past. But other than that, like, just move forward and look, have faith and hope that God is taking you somewhere else. You know, whoever you believe. Like, I don't want to, whoever you believe on, you're going to the next level. We learn from past. If we don't go through nothing, we ain't gonna learn nothing to be able to move forward. So we go through things for a reason. If you don't go through nothing, you ain't gonna learn nothing. You ain't gonna be better for the future. So you did go through those things for a reason, and I bet it was good stuff in it too. So even when we in mess, we get good. If you know you was in something, you was stuck in it, you can look back and say, oh, well, it was some good stuff in it. Okay, good. It went bad, but don't let that keep you from moving forward.
I also feel like this is the second half of my life.
Yeah.
And I feel like God want me to spend it with myself. Like, because He gave me everything. Like, I was married before. I have had a good life, ups and downs, but I never been by myself. I never loved Nikki. Like I love Nikki, but love Nikki. I was loving this person, loving my children, like loving my family. But the second half of my life, I feel like God just want me to love myself.
yourself.
And that's what my brand is all about. It's about self-love. And I felt like the past 3 years, God wanted to show me what feel important mean. What does the cloth of a woman mean? Now you know how to push this brand because you really had to go through it. Like you was up and you was doing this and you winning. Oh, now daughter, you ain't really appreciating. You doubting what I gave you. So let me take it back. Now rebuild yourself and get it back. And that's what I've been doing.
That is a great.
Yes, it is.
Let me.
But I think he, like I said, at 50, majority of us, 50 and over, the size and regard.
Yeah, I was gonna get to
But
that.
I think like, at 50, we have to learn too, like, we gonna get different seasons in life. Different
Right,
seasons in
right.
life. And, you know, I had to learn it too as far as like, just say like all of us, this is like, right now, this is my love season. But it could be, I don't have a financial season. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This can be your good health season. Maybe you were going through a season and your health wasn't going right. But this year, you don't have a love season or a financial season, but you have a good health season. You see what I'm saying? So this may be a season, your faith is high, but if you didn't have your faith wasn't, you didn't have that faith, wasn't strong. But this your season where your faith and your spirituality. So I think we all go through a different season of life. We may not get all four at the same time or everything at the same exact time.
Right.
So we have to appreciate our season. So once we appreciate our seasons, God do start giving it to us. But when we don't appreciate and understand and be content and happy in that moment of whatever season we is, he can't give it. He can't break through. He can't give us the breakthrough. So I had to learn that. Like, I have to accept whatever season I'm in right now because it's coming back around. I'm gonna get that season again. Because
Right.
we all gonna have those ups and downs. Financial situation, health season. You know, we all get it. We all gonna get it. Everybody ain't staying right here at all times.
Right.
Yeah, so when I learned that, I'm like, wow, God keep talking to me. I'm okay. I'm enjoying this love season right now. I may not have this time, but I'm loving this time.
And I like that you said that. I'm gonna pick that out real quick because I'm gonna tell you why. Because as you know, this is some real stuff that you said seasons. Because now that you said that, because that I was doing I'm a gambler. That was one of my. I've done it half my life. Being a gambler with the casino, which the casino I cut that off years ago. I was able to do that, but I'm also a lottery gambler. I love the lottery. I play the lottery, and I don't play for coins. So I'm saying that for a reason. So one day, this was in 2023 that I decided. I said, "Dad." You know, I was just looking at my money and just things that I was looking at, and I want to do this and I want to do that, and I'm trying to fix things now. So I decided in 2023, I said, "Dad, this is real talk. I said, I got 3 numbers. I said, Lord, if you let me hit one of these numbers, I won't play. 2024 comes, give me the whole month of January, won't play one. Don't you know that boom, got him. December now, this ain't no lie. Come January, I ain't played not one number. And now, what's going on with me now that I'm loving it, that I'm seeing my money starting to grow the way that I want to and starting to fix things on my financial end, and I'm excited about doing it. You know, I absolutely love it. So when I'm saying that what you saying when you say you might have this health season or a season it might be your fight. I like that because it's the truth. And this is my season to see the money and seeing how the Lord worked, and I'm saying the Lord because it's true, because that's how I was raised, how he's working on me to fix the things that I need to fix and the things that I need to stop.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Yes.
Yes, this is my financial season.
Good.
Amen.
Go to financial season. That's nice.
That is loud. That is loud.
That's yeah.
Well, I want to say, yes, I'm 39. I'm 39 years old. I'm the one. I'm always here. I'm the youngest one all the time here. But most people think I'm in my 40s because of the way I carry myself. And I believe I was going to piggyback off of what she said earlier. With men, it's all about, I think, their mindset, what they have. Because I grew up in the hood. I ain't had no father figure half the time. I got taught all the wrong stuff. But at a young age, I knew what I wanted. I knew, how I was going to be at a young age. So I think it's about their mindset. I've always thought older. So, nobody had to teach me this, but I already knew how I was going to treat women, how I was going to respect them, how I was going to, be, I guess, like I said, I'll tell people that's how God instilled in me. That's how the way he made me. Then I say, when you're going through things, people tell me, why you say that all the time? Because I say, how you doing? 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. Anything else is uncivilized because that's how I got to take it. If I start getting too far ahead, I might, not grasp every lesson, everything I need to learn. I might break down. So I take everything for right now. For this second, because I might not be good in 5 minutes later. But at this one moment, this second, I might be all right. I'm good. And that's how I got to take it. That's how, that's why I'm doing it. Because it's a mindset. And like I said, with me, and I think it don't matter if you're young, old, I think it's about a mindset that you got to have, you choose to have. Instead of, because, like I said, I grew up with seeing all the wrong things. And I'm totally different than the way I grew up. I didn't become a product of my environment. I chose to be something different. So it's about the mindset.
So let's move along. Let's talk about, well, like you said, you're only 39.
Don't do that. Right? Yeah.
Dating at 50 and over. Let's touch on that. Let's touch on dating at 50 and over.
World.
Well, look. Well, yeah. 39 and over.
Now, I'm sure for your age. When
Yeah.
I was your age, I was nowhere near what you're talking about, bro. Trust me.
And I've been this way my whole life. At 10, I knew I wanted a wife, kids, and all that. At 10,
Right.
I knew it. And that's how I always been. I've been a one-woman man my whole life, and that's who I am. So, yeah.
This one. Anybody out there, y'all hear me?
Okay,
Am I
let's talk
echoing?
about
Am I echoing right now?
y'all dating at 50 and over. Okay, so let me just go fast forward before him. This is fast forward before him. When I stepped out the porch on the date, it seemed like Nikki was saying earlier, she was like she always been in relationships. I was the same way. I was with, my kid's father from 18 to 27, and then from 28 to 47, I was with my ex, So when I did decide to jump off the porch of dating, like Nikki said, I didn't know how to date. And I think I was dating, I don't know how I was calling it, just dating, whatever, but I was dating, and I think it was some men out there wanted to, how can I put this, I'm real, a nurturer, and in those areas or whatever. But I think it was some men out there. A lot of people watch me because yes, I do be on Facebook a lot. So a lot of people watch me. A lot of people, felt like I don't know who told them nurses make a lot of money, but you got. I mean, the only way you're gonna make it, you get out there and go make it, because it ain't gonna fall in your lap. You gotta get up and go to work to get it. So for y'all to think nurses make a lot of money, no, we don't. You gotta be the one to get up to go get it, because you ain't getting up to go get it, you ain't got nothing. But it was this thing where I guess they felt like, I made a lot of money or whatever, because I do like nice things, and and I think it was some men attracted to me for those reasons. You know what I'm saying? They was attracted to me for those reasons. Like, she's a go-getter. She got this, she do that, and they was, want to be in your ear and, things like that. But yeah, that was their motive. Their intention was to, I feel like it is some men out there that only trying to, at 50, trying to date women because of what they got. Because of what they got. And it's still men out there too at 50 and over who, you don't have to be like married, but I think that's my own opinion. Our podcast is always about one's opinion. Nobody's right or wrong. It's just everybody's opinion of how their life goes, what their thought process is. So it's nothing debatable about this podcast or whatever. But I personally just feel like if you're a man and you're 50 and over, what are you waiting on? Why you don't have a woman? Why you don't have a wife? Because I mean, you're getting older, and as we get older, everything starts just going to gravity. Everything's, the pain, the joints, everything is starting to happen. And I think at 50 and over, as a man, what are you looking for at this part half of your life in a woman? Because I'm seeing this, a lot of me 50 and over missing out on good women because they still trying to figure out what they want. What do you want at 50 and over? I personally, my nursing career is not a hospital. I tell people that all the time. I am a nursing home nurse. Geriatric. And these men that's 50 and over, y'all are starting to be geriatric. And I know the geriatric process. I'm telling you, I know it. I know what's happening, what's about to happen to you, this and that or whatever. And geriatric, just elderly, older people. So I see it all too often now too. And it's not even just older and geriatric. You have these men coming into these places now, because even the nursing homes, it's just nowadays, it's a step down from the hospital, because they go to the hospital, and the hospital, they don't have enough insurance, or the insurance don't cover, so they need more rehabilitation, or they need some more care. They sending them to us, to the nursing homes now. So I can't even really just say geriatric, but I'm finding more men in there who having stroke from high blood pressure. They having diabetes, they having all these things wrong with them, and they by themselves because they didn't get a wife. Right. They didn't get a girlfriend, and if they had, I feel like they could have had a woman or a wife to cook on meals. Hey, baby, you got high blood pressure, because your wife gonna look after you. She gonna make sure your meal is okay, because she wants you around. So she gonna make sure you're eating healthy. She gonna make sure that. And if you get sick, guess what? That wife gonna be that one right there with you at the hospital.
Taking care of you.
We gonna take you to the hospital. You ain't got to drive. We gonna drive. You think, baby, we gonna help you. So for these men not to have a woman at 50 and over our life, y'all gonna end up, I'm seeing it too often, so many of them land up in there stroke out. And they ain't got nobody. Like, they don't have nobody. So I say all this to say, men, get you a wife, get you a woman. I'm speaking for the men who 50 and over. At some point, you can't say all women
still
are
playing
the same.
games.
You got to playing games. You got to figure out something. You have to figure out something. Get your wife or come to me and be laying up in there by yourself.
I know. Nowadays, when I date, the first thing, one of the questions I ask is, what is your purpose? You know, at this age, we should be dating with a purpose.
Yeah.
What is your purpose?
Yeah.
You know, dating with a purpose. So you need to find out what your purpose is, and then once you figure out what your purpose is, ask them, what are you dating for? What is your purpose? Because that's when you can find someone kind of evenly yoked, is what I say. Because all this time, I've been dating people who are not evenly yoked, you know. And so now I ask, what is your purpose? Because I'm going to tell you now, I don't want to date anymore. I'm not saying I need to get married, but I don't have no more dates in me. I have no more. I have nothing else. Whoever I'm dating now, if it don't work, I'm deuces. I'm out. I'm by myself. I'm cool. I'm gonna raise my 7-year-old son and be cool, cause I don't have any more to give. I have not. I done gave it all, and my cup is I only have a quarter left.
Right.
A quarter left, and I'm not trying to lose it. Exactly, I'm not trying to lose it. So my question is, if you're out there dating and you're over 50, what is your purpose? What are you dating for? Are you dating for longevity? Are you dating to play with? Are you dating to have fun? Are you dating to get married? What are you dating for? What is your purpose? And if their purpose is not the same as yours, then you need to find somebody else, because right now I am tired of dating people who have no purpose and still want to play. Oh, I like you. I want to be with you. I want to do this, but you want to play with me. No, sweetie, I play with my child, not with me. Go play with your child. Not me. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not, and I'm tired of finding it is so difficult for women over 50 who have a little bit of success to find someone who is evenly yoked. And I keep saying that because it's so important. When you're not evenly yoked, you find yourself not in the right marriage. You find yourself not in the right relationship. You know, and it's crazy, you know, when you were talking about married and not married. Unfortunately, I was never one of those kids that, you know, one of those little girls who, what my dream marriage was going to be like. I guess I always knew I was going to be 50 and not married, because I never dreamed of what it was going to look like for me to walk down the aisle. I personally never cared. Or I got to have a big ring. I tell somebody, I don't need a ring, honey. I need a marriage. I don't want a wedding. I want a marriage. I know so many people who've had these big extravagant weddings and they paying off their wedding. They not even married no more. Yes. Like what? Who am I getting? Oh, no. I'm not doing that. We're not having a wedding. Now we can go jump the broom somewhere at the Justice of Peace as long as my marriage is intact, or as long as my relationship is intact. I'm cool. But I have to find and date someone who has a purpose for dating me, because I have a purpose for dating them.
Right. Exactly.
I'm like you. I never dreamed of no marriage either. I was raised in a house with my grandma, my uncle, my cousin, my aunt. So I never seen no woman cater to no man. Never. My dad died when I was like 5 years old. Me, my mom, my dad, my little brother, we lived. I lived on a military base as a little girl in Oklahoma, and then we came back here. Then when I was like 5, my father was killed by a drunk driver. Sorry. And so then life was a roller coaster for me. So I ended up living with my grandma when I was like in the 6th grade. So I grew up in a house with a whole bunch of people. So I never had that dream as a little girl either. That first relationship was toxic. And it just seems like the first 25 years of my life was horror, because I went with like constant abuse. But my thing is now is the young boys, they will not leave me alone. So when you say dating over 50, they young as like 17 years old. Like, yes, I had to tell a guy one time, like, I could be your grandma, get away from me. So like dating is trying to date. I'm attracting all ages. I'm attracting as young as 21 up to 70.
Is it echoing?
And one thing I see, and I'm attracting good catches, like great people, like mentally great. So like that's what I like the most. I'm attracting great men who and like they could be leaders. It's just me picking like, oh, something like, oh, he moved his arm like this, or oh, he did like just. So like I said, the comparing part, like.
Be like, what? Like I see you got it together, but what? You have? I be like, I got daughters. Let me see. Let me look through my phone. Let me send you. Call my daughter. Call my daughter. But like you said, like it's always like good potential, not the Gutter Brothers, not the, you know what I'm saying? Not usually for me. Like usually, like it's the nice, approachable. You know what I'm saying? They see whatever they see in me, and they come correct. But I still just, you know, it's just me at this point. It's really just me just being so reserved, you know? I'm just so reserved because, you know, so.
You gotta tread lightly.
Yeah.
You gotta tread. Hopefully, it ain't echoey, but you gotta tread lightly when you out here, you know, dating and everything, because you never know what you're gonna attract. Like that's why, like, for real, I think when it comes to like looking for whoever you're looking for, we gotta kind of like, you know, you're looking for the physical and everything, the look and everything, but you gotta look past that. You gotta get to know this person. So when you sit down, like you said, when you sit down and talk, you know, let me find out what I like. Find out what you like. Let me see if your mind is where I need to be. Like, is our mindset on like similar to the same level?
Right, yeah.
Or is you like down here, like we in the bar, we somewhere talking, you look around like, she look good. Yeah, what you say? Nah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you really have to.
Right.
I ain't gonna say look past the physical, but if you see that you're attracted, that's a check. I ain't gotta keep looking at you in your physical. Now I gotta pay attention to your heart.
Right. Your mind. Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's important.
Like I found.
And that's the thing I think with me, and I get frustrated and I just be over it because these men now, they don't want to get to know who you are. You know, no, you can't come over here. We don't need to watch Netflix. I don't want to sit right. I don't want to cup. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to Jeff and Johnny's or Ruby's or whatever. I'm not even that type of woman. I mean, I think for me, I think that's something nice if we got to know each other and we're really dating. That's something down the line. You know what I mean? It's for me, it's the simple things like why you don't ask me what my favorite color is,
Right.
or what I like to eat.
Right.
You understand? You know what I mean? Get to know me. Know what my favorite type of music is. You know what I mean? I like country. People wouldn't think that, but I do. I listen to it. You know what I mean? So what's the girl that came off American Idol? What's the girl that do the Carrie Underwood? If he what's the name of the song? If he cheats, when he cheats, or whatever that song. Look it up. It's a banger. I'm telling you, it's been out for years, but I love it. And I'm an old school chick, so one of my favorite songs is Black Velvet by Alana Miles. You know, I mean, I'm into certain, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, that's what's so hard. That's what's hard for me. But they wouldn't know that if they never asked. You know what I mean?
But they don't listen. They don't listen.
pay
They're not
attention.
paying attention. Because
You know?
women tell men how they want to be treated. Mm-hmm. They don't tell them verbally, they tell them by how they treat them. Mm-hmm. You know, if I'm touching you on your shoulder, if I'm touching you on your leg, I'm telling you that's where I want to be touched. Mm-hmm. If that's what we're doing. See, men they speak and they'll say, I don't want to deal with you. But women, we are emotional people, and we do by not what you say, but how you act. Mm-hmm. So you can tell me you love me, but if you're not treating me like you love me, you don't love me. And men will say it and think, well, I told her I loved her, and that's the end of it. No, baby, because you're not showing me you love me.
Yeah.
And so it's a little different. And so I'm going to tell you how I want to be touched. I'm going to tell you how I want to be talked to. I'm going to tell you how everything, and how I'm telling you is not verbally. I'm telling you by showing you.
Yeah.
So if I touch you on your shoulder, best believe, baby, touch me
Yeah.
on mine. Yeah. And that's how I want to be touched. That's how I want to, if I'm talking to you a different way, talk to me the same way.
Same way.
Don't talk to me
No,
harsh.
don't.
Because I'm going to tell you right
I won't
now,
even mess with you. Don't.
you don't want that person. Because what I'm going to do first, I'm going to treat you how I want to be treated. And then I'm going to start treating you how you treat me. And you're not going to like it. Because trust and believe, sassy going to come out. And I tried not to bring her out because that's what my healing did. My healing taught me to be taught me to be the real me. And that's really a nurturing, giving person. And my problem is when I love, I don't love 100%. I love 150.
Come on.
And so I'm not asking you, you know, I'm not asking you to give me the 150, but I'm asking you to at least give me 75% because I'm giving I'm giving the rest of it. And so it's about the action. It's about how I want to be treated. So if I treat you bad, then obviously you must have been treating me bad. Because every action belongs to a reaction. You won't get it. Exactly.
Right.
Every action causes a reaction. What type of reactions you want? I have a shirt made intentionally. How we going to act today? It's
Right.
going to be based on how you treat me. You know, so how you treat me, that's how we going to act. I don't want to tit for tat, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to play with you. You're not going to play with me, and I'm not going to play with you. And I'm teaching you. And women that's what we do all the time. I tell you, how we eat, what we do, is teaching you about us. We don't have to tell you, we're teaching you. Pay attention, open your ears, not your mouth.
Yes, it's deep. That's deep. I love it. I like it. Real men do the same thing. When you, right. When you have a real man though, when you have a real man that listens, he does the same thing. He teaches you in his actions how he wants to be loved, and he's gonna love on you. You know, he's gonna listen to you. He's gonna compromise about things that you say you want, or he's gonna learn your dislikes along as well as your likes. He's gonna learn. Listen, like you said, actually, he's gonna ask you what's your color, what you like to eat. He gonna learn these things. He gonna want to know these things. He gonna want to know things that you probably don't want him to know, so he won't do these things to you.
Yeah.
He gonna want to know your dislikes as well as your likes. When you have that real man that want to step up, real man gonna step up without you even asking him. You know, you gonna have to ask him. You just see a situation you in, and boom, he's there. He gonna do it. He gonna perform. You know, so but it go both ways. Like I said, a real man gonna want to, in his actions too, show you how he want to be treated. Sometimes women don't pick up on that. A lot of women don't pick up on that. So, you know, go both ways.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of times, yes, men is not the listeners, but it can go both ways. So,
Sometimes
you know.
you just don't pick up on the signs. Like, one thing that our pastor told us one time is in a sermon is that when you meet a person, you need to acknowledge the fact that they are always putting their best foot forward. You know? So, hands down, male, female, whatever it is, you meet a person, they're putting their best foot forward. So, it's our responsibility to pay attention to that other foot.
Right. Yeah.
That's what he said.
Right, okay.
And that stuck with me.
Yeah.
He said, my dad told me, you meet the first 6 months when you meet a person, you meet the representation of that person.
Right.
Continue to be their friend or continue to date them. 6 months later, are they still that person? Or now you're going to see the true colors come out.
Yeah.
Because the first 6 months, you meet that representation of that person. And once you get past that 6 months, you should see that true person, whoever they are, start to come out. And that's who the person that you're going to be truly dealing with.
That's
Can
my
you take
problem
it?
because they got 6 months.
When you,
Like your strength. That's what
I
I
think
think.
as far as like where you say after the first 6 months or whatever, they true self start coming out or whatever. I think at our age, you just got to be you. We ain't waiting 6 months. You're gonna be you right now. Right now, I need you to be you right now, and then we can tell. At 50, we don't ignore red flags no more.
Right.
Right.
We don't ignore red flags no more. We see it. We 50 and over. We see it.
And we moving fast. We are, like you said, people say you got married. No, you didn't. Because at 50, you already know. You
Know what you want. You know what you want.
Yeah.
You knew when.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he came along, I knew instantly he was gonna be the one because the consistency, everything he was doing, it was like I was like in awe, like pinch me. This a dream, like 'cause I never had it. I never ever ever had a man treat me the way he treat me. I never had that. I never. So at 50, I finally get to experience that. You know, I used to envy women, not envy where I'm jealous of or I don't like them or
yes.
whatever. But I wanted it. I wanted that. I wanted a man to treat me good because I'm a good person. I'm not a person that's out to get nobody or whatever. I'm a very nurturing, loving person. You know, like you said, you give 150. I'm that person.
Yeah.
I'm that person.
So instantly, you see somebody, when you meet somebody, honestly, you, like you said, you knew. You know, I could look at somebody and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I know. No.
Right. Exactly.
No.
You,
Not at all.
You know within conversation. It doesn't even take months and days.
Right.
And
All of that. No.
It clicks because I think the older we get, our thought process changes, and if your thought process don't change at a certain age, something just wrong with you. But now, we keep at 50, we know it all. We know exactly what we want. We done been through hell and over so many times. We know exactly what we want. So with him, I was like, I knew what I want, and he was just everything that I always wanted in a man. He done brought it. I finally. And I finally truly can say this. I can sit back and be the woman I want to be. I don't want to be strong. I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, why I gotta be strong? I don't
Right.
want to. I don't want to be that strong. I want to be how I feel now. I've been strong so long. Like, I done raised kids. I done gave birth.
Oh man, somebody's had a shrimp attack.
But we don't. We are tired. We don't want to.
We are tired. I don't want that. Like,
Yeah, so you don't. I don't want to be too strong. And I was being strong, but being strong was weak in me too. So if you understand what I'm saying, I'm so strong, but I'm weak.
Yes.
Like, and that's where I was at. That's how I always was. I always had to be the strong person and strong, and then being the one that have to apologize for something I ain't even do. Like,
Oh my
all the
God.
apologies and all of this for the peace. Like all of that. So now when he came along, it's just like y'all. I'm telling you, I'm like I'm in a fairy tale.
It took a long time to get there. Don't think
it's
I
like
just.
I'm in a fairy tale. Like I finally got a man to say, like you said, he don't say I love you. He showed me he loved me. All the time he showed me. He showed me he loved me. It's not one time like I don't feel unloved. I don't feel unloved. He done brought out everything in me. Like I can be the woman who I am. I was able to see here before y'all even came in. He doing everything. I'm like, baby, something I can do. You all right? You all right? I'm just sitting there. Look, hey, and like doing this simple thing. People up, girl,
You gotta do everything. You
baby,
gotta be a man.
man,
Be a woman.
baby,
Be a woman. My shoulders.
Girl, I was out.
Ain't hard like a man no more.
Yeah.
I was going through therapy, getting needles.
Y'all scaring me. I think I'm gonna stay single. Y'all scaring me. I'm just gonna stay like this.
Let her have the
You
floor.
a woman now. I was at the nail shop and the lady said to me, she said, I finally found, and it's an older lady, she was a little older than me, probably 51, 52. She said, I finally found someone where I don't have to be a man anymore. I could be the woman. She wasn't even talking to me. Her back was to me. I'm talking to my nail tech, and she right here. And she said that I just reached out and touched her. Like, baby.
Yeah.
I know what that. I know.
Yes.
I ain't never had that before. I got it. I know what it's
Yes.
like now. My shoulders don't hurt, nothing hurt. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I don't have to stress.
Wow.
I don't have to always be the strong person. Oh, you got that? Oh, baby, what? I can sit back and be like, hey,
Ooh.
feels great. And you
Y'all got me
know,
crying tonight.
But I just think it's about a mindset.
Yeah.
I just think it's about a mindset you have. Y'all say dating over 50, but I think it's about just a mindset you have because, like I said, I've been this way my whole. So I've been this way. So
you said it takes 6 months. At 50, honey,
no,
it
I'm
didn't take
saying,
you 6
I'm
months.
saying
And we got-
that's what my dad said. You gonna, 6 months you see the representation of that person. But yeah, like I think it's about a mindset, that you have. It is. So I guess I'm.
It's just it's not the same. It's just not the same. That's
Right.
why,
I think I'm rare because I think
speaking
different.
for me, I am. I have no. We're not. It's not none of this. And I had a guy I was dating. It ain't take me long. Because I wasn't on that. No, go ahead. Then he wondered like, well, what? I don't even respond because you know why? I don't have time. You blew it. I don't have time. It don't take me no.
In a minute.
Because nobody, my peace of mind is worth everything, and I don't let nobody stress me out. I don't do that. No. Cause who wants to be mixed up in stuff that where somebody is stressing you out? Why? If I feel it, if you make one, I don't know. I'm just different. I can't make one strand of hair. I'm not talking about relationship and we having differences. That's normal. Like when you're dating and when somebody is lying and playing games and trying to be I don't waste my energy.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't waste my energy. Just go ahead. I don't like Tico said. Communication is everything. And if somebody is not, if you're putting in the effort to call and text, and people want to wait days and 2 days, and you wait, get on out of here. You get cut off back.
And another thing,
If you have an emergency, then let me know you're having an emergency.
and
You
another
understand what I'm
thing,
saying? I don't do that. No.
I've been finding out that it's a lot of men been through a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and so that's what my issue is with, like, like a lot of guys that have tried to date me or take me out, I turn them into friends. Oh, you my homeboy now. Like they may like me, but then we just talk. We talk so much, we become friends. So what I'm finding out is it's a lot of savage females out here. It's a lot of savage females. They just savage men. It's a lot of savage. Yeah, and they're broken and they've been through a lot, and a lot of women's taking the pain for some of the suffering they've been going through, and I can't be the light for them because I have my pain too.
Right.
So
Right.
like they, a lot of times people may just assume like, oh, she a comforter, she nice, she kind. So they think that I'm gonna be this comforting, nurturing person.
Yeah.
When I'm really a to myself, like
Right.
shy person.
Right.
I don't really know how to heal anyone. All I could do
is right.
Yeah, like it's just as much as women need healing, it's a lot of men that need healing as well.
Right.
I love to meet a man. Well, I have met a man that come from love. Like come from love. Like a man that come from love is like,
Yes, baby.
Like-
That's one.
yeah. This come from one. So like a guy friend that I have that I hang out with, That's what I'm learning from him. Like he come from love, like a foundation, family. Parents been married for like 50 years, 60 years, and just seeing his his parents still together. So I learned a lot from him, like patience. So yeah, when you say that was good.
And it is. And another thing that I find out even at my age now, and men our age now, is that they look over good women because they so busy tuned in on a woman that's just, for whatever reason, they're fascinated with a different kind of woman that's not even the right kind of woman, but they'll overlook you to be with somebody like this that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
She definitely twerk.
Oh, I definitely.
You know, you looking over somebody that can bake macaroni and cheese for somebody that want to put make stovetop.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, like I'm serious.
Exactly.
I am
Give that man a dinner on a paper plate.
Yeah,
No.
like who does that? You know?
No. I can have a paper plate, but I will
Not.
serve a real man.
You know,
on a
like
paper
I don't,
plate.
I have
You gonna get that
never,
real plate.
yeah, I have never understood that, and I quit trying to, I just quit
Yes.
trying to figure it out. You know, I can't. You know. Yeah.
How
Like,
did you,
and
Gina?
go.
How did you learn to treat a man? Like, did you grow up in that
I
house
did.
seeing that?
I
Like,
did. I
How
was
did
raised
you learn?
by my great grandmother, and who she married was I was raised by Big Mama and Pops.
Yes.
That's why I'm the way that I am, and I think the most men that I have ran into, or even some, or one or two that I've ran into, but they were so busy playing, you know, they couldn't. They seen it, but they still wanted to be out there. So I just let them go on. But yes, I was, because you know my sister, y'all do, we grew up in that type of environment. So I have so many old school ways, and I was told before by a guy that I'ma always be single, because you know there are things. It's not like, I don't care what you talking about. I'm not a modern day chick. Just know that. You know what I mean? I can do some modern day things, but I am a real. I'm a woman. I am a woman. I don't like cracking my knuckles and breaking my fingers. So no, I'm not mowing no lawn. I'm not lifting the hood of my car. I'm not doing none of that. Now, if you build me a garden, I'll plant some flowers. You know what I mean? I'll make you a pound cake or sweet potato pie, which one you want. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of and guys that they don't get to know that part of me because they assume that I'm one way and I'm really not.
What way do you think
know
they
what I
assume
mean?
you are?
Aggressive,
Because that's what
or
I
mean.
I don't
or
think that you
by the
mean, but strong,
right, but
confident.
strong, yeah.
Yes.
And yes, I'm a very independent woman, but I never once in my life said I didn't want a man. I don't know no woman that don't want a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I've also met guys that, like you said, they can't do nothing for you. I don't need you to buy me no Louis bag. I won't even buy myself a Louis bag. You know what I'm saying? I can, but I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into that kind of stuff. So they think I'm one way, and they think I've gotten high maintenance. You know what why? Bitch, I bought this at the Goodwill. Why would you think that? You know what I mean? So they just, the mindset is just not there.
Because
So
I know the two of you, like, all of our life. I've known y'all since we was 14, 15 years old. And I see y'all as confidence and strength. I've known Angie, same amount, probably a little longer. Well, I've known you and Angie the longest. I met her in 9th grade. I met you guys in the 7th. I've always known for you to be strong and confident and tough. Yeah. Angie, I think me and Angie a little more alike. It's not that we not strong and confident, but like love it. No, like love it. Yeah, love it. Yeah, no, I feel like we like love like tender, yeah. I don't mean it in no bad way. So I look at y'all. When I look at y'all, I look at you two as strength. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to tell that. What you say? Tell me that again. Not because I'm not strong enough to tell a person that. Is because what I've been through in my life, I don't want chaos.
Yeah.
Like now, if I tell him, just let me, don't even say nothing, just let it go. I did that a lot. Like I ain't even about to tell him I don't like that. Just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah.
And it's not because I'm not strong confidence, because I didn't want I wanted peace. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
See that?
sure you get it too. That,
Yeah.
oh, you cook? They
Yeah,
surprise
swear,
I'm
did-
like, oh, yeah. What? How you think everybody in my family cooking? I'm the one that cooked the Thanksgiving
Yeah,
dinner. I'm the
exactly.
one that cooked
And
the
They used to that
funny
stovetop
because
stuff.
in my
the
home,
dressing and the everything.
yeah. And I didn't allow, let me tell you, I didn't allow nobody to bring any food to my house because I don't know how that tastes. I don't need that on my table. You know, so going in the summer, my thing was the 4th of July. So my dad, he come down and barbecue, but I would cook all the food. You know what I mean? I don't know how that no, ma'am. If I thought something on my table ain't taste right and you bought it, it went in the trash. You know, because I was raised in the kitchen.
Right.
So a lot of guys don't know me like that unless they know me from back in the day. And my kids, they would invite all of their kids to my house. I didn't even know they was coming, but they would go tell the whole neighborhood my mama cooks. You know, and when they was teenagers and stuff. So now I got all these people coming. People would call me on the phone and be like, I used to cook every Sunday. I was raised to where I ate Sunday dinner. So my kids grew up like that. Every Sunday they had a meal. Now my food is done before 12 because I'm a football head. So I need to be sitting down by kickoff. You know, so people would come over and it had got so bad to where all my dishes would be gone. So I would tell people to get a plate, you have to bring a plate. You know, so I was just raised in an environment like that.
Right.
You know, my grandmother, she had a hustle. That's where I got the lottery from. That was her thing. She ran numbers when I was a kid. Wow. So we didn't have to want for nothing. And she was in the home, but she didn't hit no clock, but she had a hustle. My grandfather worked outside of the home, did all the housework. She planted the flowers. He built the driveway. That's how I was raised. So things to me that these men do in this day and age is just strange to me, and I just can't see it. That's why I be cool.
Right.
You know.
I'm good. And like I didn't grow up in love, but I'm about love. That's me. I didn't grow up in that.
Ladies need love.
I didn't grow up in love at all.
Right.
My dad wasn't in the house.
Right.
You know, I had a single mom, strong black woman.
I'm with you.
So I ain't dating nothing but black women. I love because my mother was strong.
Right.
But I didn't grow up in love. But somehow that's how God made me. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? So I knew, like I said, I knew that's what I wanted. But I didn't grow up in that. So I feel like, yeah, I'm rare because I got a lot of old school stuff.
Right.
But my mind is open to willing to learn and, you know, all that. Because, so, you know, it's once again, I gotta say, I feel like it's your mindset. It's how, you know what I'm saying, how you, because I could have been a product of my environment. I saw all the wrong things. My mother I grew up fighting men and beating my mom. But I chose different. You know what I'm saying? I chose to love on women instead of beating on them, what I saw men do my mom. So you gotta have an open mind that everybody don't come from love, but that person may be of love. Yeah. I'm in love with love, so I'm infatuated on giving love. I got a lot of love to give. But I didn't grow up in that. Yeah. I didn't get hugs and kisses and my mother, she showed me how to grind. So I'm a worker. I provide. You know what I'm saying? I put that food on the table, clothes on your back. I ain't got no problem doing none of that. I got you. Step up, but I don't play no games. You gonna eat with your boy. Hey, I put in between 100 and 130 hours every 2 weeks. My mother showed me how to work. She's strong. You know what I'm saying? So I put the time in. But yeah, so I say to you, like I said, just yes, I guess it's good as she has somebody that comes from love, but it's still people out there that about love and is all of is love, but they didn't come from that. Yeah. They chose different. One time she said she didn't learn something, but she was able to teach her kids what she didn't learn, what she didn't get. I said that is unique. You was able to give your kids what you didn't get. That's awesome. That's special. That's amazing. So so you know what I'm saying?
They didn't have a mother, father.
Right.
They didn't look like me. I really, when I look like yesterday, I looked at my mother's picture and I cried and I was like, I never really like in depth knew what my mother.
Knew that lady.
Yeah. Because like at a young age, my mom she developed MS. And it's like I kind of had to take on responsibilities, but I want to be like Michael and go play with kids.
Right.
And I really didn't get to know my mother like I really. And I was right now. So really,
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So
I'm trying to talk like this. I appreciate it.
And I'm glad that you said that because I have gotten the question before about my mother because I never talk about my mom. And I wasn't raised by my mom. However, my mom was something else. But however, she kept our health. She took us to go get checked out, took us to the dentist, the clinic, and stuff like that. She did do that, or every now and then she would come to the school and check on us. I mean, she wasn't like in the streets or nothing like that. I don't know why. But however, and me and my sister, we all talked about this. And one of the things that we said about Big Mom and Pops is that if I was glad that I was where I was at, because if it had not have been for them, it's no telling how I would have turned out or came out. You know what I'm saying? And like my dad, I didn't grow up with him either. Me and my dad, we didn't really start bonding until I was like not even a teenager. I think I was young, maybe 19, 20, especially after I had my son. We never we started bonding because we didn't get to see him growing up. I mean, he might have came and got it. Used to be so bad that if I ran into one of my people on the street, I didn't know who they were. You know what I mean? I didn't know who they were. So, but that didn't bother me that I didn't, you know what I mean? Because I came from a home to where I was taught and to where I see things. So that's why I'm the way that I am, because it's like, I'm not doing that, or I'm not chasing no man. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. And then they say, well, you living in the Stone Ages. No, I'm not. You call it what you wanna. You know what I mean? But one day I would like for somebody to get to know me and to get to know who I am. You know what I mean? And don't assume.
But why do we even have to chase in the first place? I mean, we talked about men chasing women, women chasing men. Why is there a chase in the first place? I'm sorry. I ran track in high school. I ran in college. I'm over it. Like, why are we chasing each other in the first place? If we like each other, let's sit down and talk.
Yeah.
If we're on the same page.
Course. Yeah,
I mean, it goes back to, it goes back to what I said before. What are you dating for? What's your purpose? Because if your purpose is to be chased, baby, go get a track star. Because I'm not doing that.
I believe it's setting the standard in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm not chasing, and I don't want to be chased. I'm here.
Yeah, and you're right. Like that's right.
Yeah, I'm not running. I'm not running. You ain't gotta chase me, and I'm not chasing you.
Yeah.
That's why my first question is, what is your purpose of dating?
What are we doing?
You know what I'm saying? What is your intention? It's not even because I'm not there yet. What we're doing. My thing is what are you dating for? Because I want to know what you're looking for. What's your purpose for dating? Is this gonna be your one and end all? You dating to get married? You dating for the play? What is your purpose for dating? You want a friend? All that. I'm gonna tell you right now, I got enough friends.
Yes.
I don't want no more friends. I don't want any more friends with benefits. I don't want no, I want a friend. I'm not your friend with benefits. I'm not
Right.
any of that
None
stuff.
of that.
We can be cool,
Nothing.
whatever, from a distance. You need some advice because people call me for advice. Text me. Don't call me. Text me for advice. I'll send you advice, but I'm not trying to be that type of friend no more. I don't have that
Right.
no more.
Excuse me.
I'm
No,
over it.
at all.
2024. Once I turn 50, at 2024, those games are over with. I'm not
Over.
playing them no
Yeah.
more. What's your purpose? If you're not on the same, if you're not on the same level with me, keep it moving, sir.
Right,
I'm
right.
good. I don't have a problem with it. We
Right.
can be friends.
Right.
We tried. It didn't work. Deuces.
Deuces
I'm not mad
out.
at you.
Right.
And I know I'm grown because I don't really have any ex that I have any ill intentions to.
Right.
None. I have no ill intentions with, or not even mad when I see them. I'ma wish them well. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? I'ma still give because I'm not there. You know, I think people are only still mad at the person who they're dating because you still want to be with them. Some lingering feelings there, or I'm not mad. I don't have none of that with any guy I've dated. I'm cool.
Right.
I don't want none. Yeah.
On the both ways.
Well, the mic is gone. So I want to move along. I got a couple questions to ask.
Oh man, somebody chimed in and said, "Ask these questions."
So, well, any one of you date outside your race? Would you, Nikki?
Yes.
Would you? Or have you?
I'm just gonna be real honest. No, I'm not. I'm not. And I mean, and I know it's kind of probably in this day and age not political. I love my black men. I'm not. You know, I'm not saying, you know, and I hate that I may be. Did they say, oh, you may be turning your soul? No, I'm not, because that's not my soulmate. I'm gonna tell you that now. We may be on the same, but that's not my soulmate. I'm real cool. I just can't. I'm still struggling with the. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you down. You know what I mean? Y'all been through enough. I'm still gonna hold you down.
That
So
I'm
whatever.
gonna let me piggyback. I'm with her, and I have been asked out by different races, but
Yes.
I am sorry because I love color and I love black men. They just roar.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's just me. So I
mean,
cannot, you know, my dad asked me that a while
What if he
ago.
like Dominican Republic and he like dark skinned or?
That's because he's skinned. He got color. I mean, I don't know.
And then you feel bad because I'm like, I've been asked out and I'm like, you look nice, but you just not for me.
And I'm like her. I don't want to hear nothing about the soul. No, that's not. No.
Like a soul connection.
Yeah,
I think I can't. It's just. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be. I can't get past none of the stuff that happened millions of years ago.
That's where I'm at.
I can't.
I think that's where I'm at.
I cannot. Now I don't have problems with interracial seeing it.
Yeah,
I don't cool, but just for me, I can't get over the hump. It's not gonna let me. Look at me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You see all this black. I can't.
Yes, that makes sense.
I guess my
But
mom.
it's what you attract. Like I would probably be more attracted to. I went on a date many years ago with a white man. It was fun. He was just a little bit. We were just different. But I think it's what you attracted to. You got to be attracted to them. I think that's important to be attracted.
Because this the thing that
It's
tickle
very
me with people. The first thing that you see is the outer shell. So I'm with you when you say that, the attraction, because that's the first thing you see. You know what I mean? You have to be attracted to.
Yes. Yeah.
I've,
You have to be.
Yeah.
I've dated, I guess you would say mixed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they still had black.
Yeah.
So they still had black and they skin complexion was black, but I dated mixed, you know. But yes, not a full blown somebody not in my race, I've never done it because I love black women. I love my black beautiful women, so I've never, dated anybody that's, I guess I can't say that I haven't been black. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that was
So,
the question.
yeah.
Got another question?
Let me answer that question.
I know, I ain't answered
She was
either.
waiting until go ahead, tell
I
the truth,
didn't
cuz.
Oh, let me ask you
I-
too.
You want me to finish that question? I mean, you can go ahead.
What?
I'm gonna answer that question.
Oh.
I have dated a lot of different races, but I was so young. And to go even further back, when it comes to being raised and you don't have the father there, a father figure, and you just got your mom when she working so hard to raise to feed the family and everything. So it's up to my player brother to tell me some things. I'm following his footsteps. You better go get and do blah blah blah. Okay. It wasn't until I got older, and I'm gonna say Mr. Lavelle Love. I look at him like a father figure. Me and we look at him like a father figure, and he taught us a lot, and he taught me how to be a man.
Yes.
He like, hey, I'm gonna give y'all some suit jackets, a tie, and y'all go to school, and then y'all report to me when y'all get back out of school. Tell me how y'all feel. And man, it was like, hey,
So many
me
stories.
and him was like, we about to dress up every day, nigga. And it made me focus on not the colors, but the color.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to say, it made me the man. Well, he made me the man I feel like that I am today.
Thank you, Mr. Love.
Yes. Rest in peace, rest in peace, Mr. Love. I feel like he my father.
Mr. Love story.
Yeah, you heard a lot on, right?
I heard
Yeah.
so much about him.
Yeah, he was a great man.
A lot.
Okay, so we have these cards here, and I guess what it say? Just answer it to yourself. I guess so like
It's
as
about
if
yourself. Yeah, just answer like
you know, like it's saying to me. My card says, "Where is your favorite place to be kissed?"
We ain't gonna discuss that on
She got the church finger on.
So, what you say? What's your favorite place to be kissed? Are we allowed to answer?
No, actually, okay,
You answer for
I'm
yourself.
supposed to answer for
So
myself.
what answer your thing for?
Okay.
Where's your favorite place to be kissed?
We know.
You are married.
You married. It's all right.
Oh, yes.
It's all right. Ain't that the marriage?
Oh, sweetie.
Yes.
Oh,
good. Yes.
Okay.
So I guess we know the old sweet.
I love
There
you.
you go, brother.
Right,
Go ahead.
right.
Oh, y'all asked
Yes,
me.
you got
question.
card. No,
Oh,
you-
my card. Thank you.
Yeah, not that question.
What's the best relationship advice you've ever gotten? Take time out for me.
Take time out for yourself.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
What does home mean to you? I feel like when you go out in the world, you deal with all different entities, obstacles, barriers. So when you come home, it has to be peace.
Yes.
It has to be your sanctuary of just peace. You know?
Peace.
You walk in and you just release. You know, take a breath of fresh air when you walk in that house. It gotta be, you know, your sanctuary of whatever's there that ease your mind. You know, you can leave all your troubles at the door. Or you go to just pray about it or whatever and ease your mind about the troubles you're having. To reboot, reload, and get ready and strap up, put on your armor, and go back into the world. That's what home is to me.
My question is, what's a rule you hated following as a kid that you make your kids follow? So my kids are grown, but when my kids was little, I didn't want them sitting in the room when grown people were talking. And I hated, because I love to listen to the gossip. When I was a little girl, and my grandma and all the old ladies in the neighborhood, because my house was like I'm a porch girl. Like, I love the porch. I live downtown now. I'm in the city life, and I hate it because I'm really a porch and garden girl. So I was always that girl just sitting on the porch when all the old ladies on the porch just here hustling. And like everybody would be playing, I would just be sitting on the steps listening to them gossip. But I was so young, I would go tell what I heard. Ooh. Like, I'd be like, oh, Miss such and such was coming out of such and such house. So, like, I was so, my grandma used to be like, go play. So,
the reason why we got that moon.
I be like, here, when my aunt cousin will come home, I be telling everything that the grandma was down. I was just like, so, I made sure that I didn't, yeah, because my kids they great people. Like, they don't gossip, they don't hurt people. My children not messy. Like, yeah, like, I'm very grateful that I just, I didn't do that around them. I didn't talk about people around them, dog people. I just didn't do that I didn't let my children hear me speak like that.
So my card is, what is something you always wanted to do as a child but never got to do it? And I'm just gonna be real weird with y'all. My bucket list is filled. I have lived a great life. I would have to say. There's nothing that I can think of that as a child that I wanted to do and never got to do. I will say, my mother did a great job, and I thank her, and I think that's the reason why I'm raising my child and not my mother raising my child. Because if your mother is not raising you, she'll raise your kids. And so I'm raising my child, because my mother raised me, and she allowed me to explore and do the different things that I wanted to do as a child. So I would say at this point, there's nothing. I mean, I'm actually creating a whole new bucket list of things. But some of my new bucket list things is actually to do jump out of a plane.
Okay.
But at 50, I think about my bones. So, I don't jump like I used to jump, but that is the only thing right now that I can say that is still on my bucket that I'm creating is the jump out of a plane, but nothing that I can think of as a child that I didn't get a chance to do.
So my thing says, what is one superpower you would hate having? And I'm not gonna lie, I would not want to read people's minds. That would drive me
You don't want to
crazy.
read mine.
Like, I wouldn't want to read no minds. Cause you'll really be knowing what they say. Like, they just be randomly talking in their head. Like, I be randomly talking, so I know. Like, you said, this motherfucker, and you just be like. So I would not want to have that power. No, thank you.
He's the overthinker.
Oh my God. It drives me
I
crazy.
be like, babe, calm the brains, relax.
Right.
Stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta breathe. You gotta relax. Because he's an overthinker, so he's learning to meditate. Stop. Turn the brain off.
Right. Mine is, what's your favorite thing about being a grown-up? And so, probably just not having nobody tell me what to do. That was my biggest thing.
Right.
And especially because they weren't doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you put that into a relationship, it's like, no man that ain't going in the right direction don't need to be trying to tell me nothing.
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know nobody.
What are those cards?
These cards, actually, they say better together. Actually, they is like a good, like, even our relationship, like, that's good relationship healing. It's getting to know each other. So, I had purchased these, like, towards the beginning of me and him, and we would sit up like at dinner, and we eat dinner at
What
the
is it
same
called?
time online at Amazon.
What's it called?
Better Together.
Better together.
And we would do like maybe five cards a night. We would do 5 cards a night. He'll pick 5 cards, and I pick 5 cards, and we would say these things. And that way we got to know each other. You know, like stuff you would never think to ask somebody. It's a lot of them. It's a deck of cards. And we went through that whole deck, like, cause we would sit. It was always over dinner, and we would talk, and we would about the cards, and we ask each other questions, cause there's a lot of things you never would think to ask each other from somebody or whatever. So I think that we got to know each other real good on that. Like some of the things that cards, I think we cried together. Cause they can be some cards to get you there.
Isn't that nice that you can cry with somebody, or when a man opens up enough to you to cry, and you just like, I mean, it touches you when they are vulnerable and they crying to you, and you like, wow, okay, that's what I'm, because they always say men not supposed to cry, you're supposed to be strong, but how y'all ever going to release if y'all can't never, why y'all always got to be strong? Y'all don't have to be strong, because I think when a man finds a woman that he is very comfortable with, he can release, and we have to learn as women to be that place, a safe space that allows a man to feel so comfortable that they can become vulnerable and cry too, and never be judged, and you don't carry it with them, but talking to them, and you have to, and that's the difficult spot that I think women have, because when a man is crying, you weak. No, they're not weak, honey, because they are actually being strong, and you are the weak-minded person. So you have to learn how to keep your mouth closed and also to receive it, and that's where I'm at this age, because I have to realize that, like she said, there's a lot of men out here that have gone through things that you don't know, and they don't know how to release, and you have to be that woman to allow them to release too.
After once he's done that, wait until there's an opportunity where you feel like you want to take that and throw that back. Like that would be his worst fear.
Yes.
That he finally feel like he's safe enough to go ahead and release these things, and then have you eventually in your immaturity turn around and use these things against him and make him feel like less than a man because he had a moment of vulnerability with you.
I just cried the other day.
I was about to touch on that. But I said, like, when me and him got married, we set our own vows. And the reason, like I said, it's nothing against like the traditional way, for, when you have your pastor in front of you and you say for better, for worse, and this and that. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do the traditional way of everybody, We wanted God to be there with us, and we both just said our own. We actually wrote our vows that morning we got up. I said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to say our vows. We're going to write our own vows the next day when we get in Miami. The next day with a clear mind, not ahead of time. Because, ahead of time, you got enough time and then rewrite. No, what you feeling right now at this moment. So that morning that we did get married, we said our own vows. We wrote our own vows. And one of my vows, I said to him, remember, when the world is breaking you down, you got me to lift you up.
Yes.
And I told him, you are allowed to be vulnerable. You are allowed to be vulnerable. I'm going to always be your listening ear. I'm going to always be your listening ear. Not to judge you, I'm listening.
Yes.
I'm listening. So I had said that in my vows. And so I'm piggyback on as far as a man to be vulnerable. They have to be vulnerable. They're human. We all are human. A man is allowed to cry. Just the other day, he was crying. I think he was trying to be the man and hold it in.
Whew, it was hard.
He was, because men feel like they don't supposed to cry. And he was trying to hold it in. And I'm sitting there on the couch and I'm just watching him. I'm like, babe, you need a hug? You need a hug? He's like, wait, I'm all right. He's trying to hold this, he's trying to hold it in. And I'm like, let me get up. Let me go hug him. And once I hug him, he let it out. And it was telling you.
It was like, basically, I just like reminisce off Philip.
His brother.
My brother, like, I was listening to some old music. And one song that he said something about, it was funny as hell. But it's just like, as soon as I just started crying, like, oh man, I was like, damn, let me cut this off. Let me cut this off, because
No, it wasn't 70 music.
It was actually a
song
that I did.
It was a song that he wrote.
A song that I wrote. And he like had said something funny about it. And it was funny, but then at the same time, like, damn, he ain't even here to say no jokes and shit no more.
Yeah.
So that was that. I'm about to start crying.
I always say to people all the time, you never know what lies behind the smile of a person.
Right.
And everybody that's strong needs that person. I don't say hold you down, hold you up.
Yeah.
Because when you get weak, you going down.
Yeah.
Right.
Your legs start to tremble. You about to fall.
Yes.
But you need that person that's standing in a block in the midst for you. Whether they praying for you, standing there with God with you, they gonna hold you up.
Yes.
Whether it's for that second, that minute, that hour, they gonna hold you up. And I love that.
We ain't been
Let me
talking.
ask one more question. My
We
bad. I'm
been
so sorry.
talking. We been talking.
I want to add. I'm interested with the women right now. I want to ask y'all this real quick. This is the last question. I want to ask y'all, what is the biggest misconception or the wrong thing that a man or like thinks of you? What's 5 points that they think of you like, and you like, no, that's not, no, that's not.
I get it.
Yes. Okay. I know not now, but in my younger years or whatever, a lot of men used to, because I came from Winters, and and then a lot of people know my brother, and just growing up in the projects or whatever, everybody thought I smoked weed. Everybody thought I drank. Everybody thought I cursed. And I didn't do none of them things. And they literally thought that of me. Like, people, I don't know why. People just automatically, and guys, they just assume, like, I can be around, like, hey, you want to hit the joint? You want to drink? I ain't started drinking till I was 40. So I was 40 years old. Like, so I think that was what people would get from me, like, how she grew up in Winters and she don't cuss. How she grew up in Winters and she don't do this and she don't do that. I mean, and I grew up in a home. If I wanted to smoke weed, I could have. If I wanted to drink, I could have. If I wanted to curse, I could have. I didn't have a strict mother. She was her friend. But it was something I just didn't do. I don't know why I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. I hung around people to smoke weed. I hung around people to drink. I hung around people to curse. And I love them. But it's just something I just didn't do. And I don't, think bad of nobody that do it. It's just some person I don't do. So that's something I think that people, think of me, that a misconception that people get from me.
My fault, one misconception. My fault.
Anybody or just guys?
Just,
Well,
you can say anybody.
All of which she said, I'm just gonna say all of which she said, and I didn't start sipping until I was in my late 40s.
Wow.
And all of that stuff still sitting because I just don't
Right.
touch every blue moon. But however, mine is that I look mean.
Oh,
And I have gotten, yes, because of, no, this is real talk. Dark-skinned women are mean. That is, and we had this discussion. And I have gotten this all my life.
Wow.
All my life.
I think probably just how y'all saw me broke down about the misconception about being strong. So, where like it seems that you're so strong that you're independent and you holding it down, and so therefore you just don't necessarily need anybody, or you don't want that or whatever. I would say that probably that's at this point that's the biggest misconception.
So, 2 misconceptions. One with men and then one with just humans, period. One with men is I only like guys with money. Second is with humans, I will dog walk your ass. And that's the biggest misconception. People think that I'm like I'm a pushover.
Yeah.
But I just take a lot because I love joy. I love to be happy. But I will literally drag somebody, and I hide that. Because once it come out, it's hard to tame it. So I wake up and be graceful for a reason.
Right.
So that's the biggest one.
Think they won't get pay your ass in the choke.
Truth, though.
Yeah, thanks.
You know,
And that's relatable. That's relatable. Like, don't take this whole. Yeah, that's real good.
I think the biggest misconception about me that people have is it's that I'm bougie and mean. They think, they a lot of guys like, oh, you bougie, you mean. They don't realize, like, my favorite restaurant is the Waffle House. So they be like,
no, for real.
no, they be like, the Waffle House. I'm like, yeah, the Waffle House. Like, what are you talking about? I want a steak from there in a minute. Like, I don't like, who you call, Jeff, Carly, whoever, all them other people, I don't care about them. But that's really my biggest misconception is that I'm mean and that I'm bougie or stuck up, as they say. And I'm like, I'm not.
Okay. You know what you want.
My voice, my tone is
Mine's too.
that's
Mine's too. I get that a lot because of my
Like
tone.
the tone, and I think it's like when you talk, it's like attention. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like. But it's not a mean thing. I think you just pull attention to you, and they don't know how to. If people don't know how to receive that, and then if only they know they can learn something.
So let's wrap it up, baby.
So we're gonna wrap it up. It's 11 o'clock time. Be going. We appreciate everybody coming out. Nikki, I don't know if y'all know this. We had ads running of Femi Porter throughout the night going on, and tell them about your.
So I have a clothing brand called Film Porter. Film Porter means women's wearing French, and my brand is a brand that promotes self-love and healing through fashion. The brand is trademarked and patent. I've had the brand since 2018. I did have a clothing store. After my divorce, I shut my clothing store down, and I shut down to heal, and now I'm just coming back.
Made it what?
Yep, revamping, and the spring line will drop on May 16th. I will be at Hard to Knock Shop on Hopper Street. What's ever left after the pop-up shop will be on my website. I will just be doing drops. I'm just going to have fun with the brand. I started some other business adventures, and I'm just getting back to who I really am. And I'm very, very happy. And I'm sucker free.
I love it.
So I started a business. It's John Lee Cleaning, after my son's name, John Lee, Jonli. And in that, I do cleaning for residential, apartment complexes, single homes. We also, I've also expanded recently to touch on dumpsters. We have dumpsters for rent. If you're cleaning out, we do clean outs. We do tows. We buy junk cars. We do scrapping metal. Also, one of the only probably African American owned recycling yards or dump yards. Instead of going to our competition, and most people go all the way out there in Coleraine, you can actually come out to a black owned spot. It's at 524 North Wayne Avenue. It's at the Arise Auto Center. And so you'll see that. So we do a lot of different things when it comes to cleaning and cleanups. Of course, we got a old car, a junk car. Don't worry, we'll come get it. We'll pay you cash for it on the spot, and we'll tow it for you for free. And if you need to dump, if you are one of those people who do homes and you always looking for a place to go dump your dump your things, again, come dump with us, 524 North Wayne at Arise Auto Center. And come see John Lee Cleaning.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Thank y'all for coming on. We appreciate y'all. We really appreciate y'all.
Yes.
It's 11 o'clock. Guess we're gonna wrap this up.
I'm gonna make sure I'm spoiling. But yes, so we're gonna wrap it up. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to really thank you. So always tune in. 8:30 on Sundays, and make sure when you come tune in with us, always grab your pillow and chill with us. And we out. We love y'all. Thank you so much.
We love y'all. Hey. Good night.
Thank y'all for coming.